What's up, YouTube? I made this video, or I'm making this video, basically show you guys how to count cards the easiest way possible that I can explain to you guys. This is the way I learned how to do it. I'm really making this video because a couple years ago, when I watched 21 for the first time, and I kind of got interested in how to count cards and how exactly it worked. I searched through Google, I searched through YouTube, I searched as much as I could trying to figure out how I could do this. Could not find anything. Eventually, one day, I came across a YouTube video. No idea what the video is now. It was just a video on how to count cards, I believe, something like that. And I was going through the comments just looking, and a guy posted a really simple, just a simple explanation of how to count cards. Basically, I believe what the comment said was just what the groups of cards were and what the number was assigned and how it exactly worked in the simplest terms possible. I couldn't even believe I learned something from a YouTube comment, but that's exactly how I learned. I'm not lying about that. And then from there, it just all made sense. Started practicing with my cards, and now it's really not that hard at all. Basically, it's seriously a simple math. It's plus one, minus one, plus zero. I'll start off by telling you there is the categories of card numbers is 2 through 6 is plus 1, 7, 8, and 9 is plus 0, and 10 through ace is minus 1. Basically, what that means is I'll show you. Well, you know what? I'll tell you first as well. Basically, what it means is you start out with 0, and you're going to end with 0. And every card is going to tell you a plus 1, minus 1, or plus 0, and that's a count of a card. Whoever set it up, they set it up so that way you can kind of guess what's coming out of the deck next, basically. I'm sure you know that, or you wouldn't be looking up how to do this and everything. I'm going to suggest that you know how to play blackjack fairly well at first, at least know how to play it. If you're pretty good with blackjack, basic strategy, things like that, it really will help out. I mean, if you can find a little gig dealing cards, like dealing blackjack for charities or like fundraisers, stuff like that, it really will help you out. I've been doing that for the past year or two now. It's fun to do. It's for fundraisers, to get you experience, and I mean, it's just fun to do. You meet people, things like that. You definitely learn how to play. You learn all the rules of blackjack. You learn basic strategy. You kind of just figure out how what happens. So much cool things to learn about blackjack. If you want to learn more, definitely check out the description and go to my blog. All kinds of stuff learning about blackjack. All kinds of stuff, like not only blackjack, everything that you could think of. I'm adding more stuff all the time, so when I say everything you can think of, I'm hoping, by the time you watch this, it's, there's so much is added that there's something for you to read there. Basically, that's a whole different video, a whole different topic. Just check out the description for more information about that. But basically, to start out with, usually this is how I practice out. I just start flipping cards. I'll take one deck because a 52 card deck, it's going to start with 0 and end with 0. It's the best way to practice, so you're just going to start out by flipping them. First one is 10. You got minus 1. 10 through ace is minus 1. So the running count right now is minus 1. And we'll talk about running counts and true counts in just a minute. You got positive 1, so that makes it 0. Minus 1 makes it minus 1. Minus 2. Minus 3. Minus 2. Minus 1. 0. Minus 1. Minus 2. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 4. See? Now, I'll just stop right here really quick. We're at minus 4 because of this 2. If we take this away, we're back at minus 5. As you can see here, a minus 5 is, you can kind of see, or kind of guess that if the deck needs to be at 0 by the time the deck is done with, and usually the deck stays around 0. It's usually between positive 2 and negative 3 or negative 2. Maybe 3s, but usually it's 2s and 0s. When you have it going all the way up to negative 5, you know that soon the cards like 2s, 5s, everything like that, 2 through 6s are going to come out because the deck has to get back down to 0, or at least start making its way back down to 0. Whether it goes like plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, minus 1. Either way, it's going to have to get back down to 0, so eventually these plus cards are going to come back out. So this is when you know right now, do not bet because you have a higher negative running count. If a higher negative running count, do not bet. So then you got a 2 going down. Now, if this was switched up, a higher positive running count, then of course you bet because you'd have 2 through 6s. Like, this would be a 2 through a 6, 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 2 through a 6. That's all. You'd have positive 5 instead of minus 5. So you have positive 5, so then you know that one of these face cards are going to be coming out. Again, if you have a high positive running count, then you know to start betting, because you have a higher chance of getting an ace and a face card giving you blackjack. And in a casino, when you're playing blackjack, you always win 32. When you hit blackjack on the first 2 cards, you win 32. Basically, if you don't know what 32 is, you take your bet, divide it by 2, and then add that to the original number, and that's how much you will get in the end. Some people don't know that little trick. I mean, it's not really a trick, that's just how you figure it out. You can definitely use that in the casino to make sure you're getting everything right. Usually the people behind the people that are dealing know what they're doing, so you don't really have to worry about that. Basically, that's really how you count cards right there. Now, a little bit differently is when you're in a casino or anything like that, even on the fundraisers when I deal them, we have the shoes, it's all legit, everything like that. It's not only the blackjack, it's a whole casino event. In the shoes we have, I would say sometimes it looks like there's 5 decks, but I'm gonna say about 6 decks, maybe 4 sometimes, but usually there's 6 decks in there. What you want to do with your running count is you want to take your running count and you want to divide it by how many decks you think have gone through or out of this shoe. So say your running count finally starts getting high. It's finally started getting the high positive numbers. It's in like the plus 15, plus 16. And then you want to divide it by however many decks you think came out, because you want to get the true count so you can get a better guess on what cards are about to come out next. Basically, dividing to get your true count kind of gives you a better understand, like kind of a better guess relative to 1 deck rather than 6 decks. So like you had here, like when you practice, you're gonna be practicing with 1 deck most likely. I'm sorry. When you get to the casino, you're gonna have 6 decks. So when you get the high running count, you're gonna divide by how many decks you think have gone into the shoe, or not into the shoe. I'm sorry, gone into the discard. And basically, if there's 3 decks in a discard and you have, the running count of 15, you have a 5 true count. When you have a positive 5 true count, which is comparative to 1 deck, and you have a positive 5 in 1 deck, what does that mean? That means you're going to have face cards coming out soon. So before this next turn starts, you want to bet. Of course, casinos know this. They have cameras that can recognize this. I mean, it's just they have people sitting behind there recognizing it. Like it's nothing new. Don't think you can come on here and be like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go in the casino and they're not gonna catch me. Chances are they're gonna catch you, and it's not gonna be pretty when they do catch you, because you're basically stealing from them. Just like I said, I do not go to the casino. If you want to go to a fundraiser or something like that, you're pretty much, you're not taking money, I guess. Usually the fundraisers we do, it's, companies are starting them. They're just like little events if they are fundraisers. Sometimes they are. Usually they're just events for the companies during the holidays. It's just you win raffle tickets, and then the raffle tickets go to something that that company's auctioning off. So if I was going to go count cards, it'd be at something like that, just to mess around with the people at my company, just to show them that I do know how to count cards or something, like just to do it. It'd be a good place just to practice it, and just to actually have a real life chance of doing it. It is pretty fun, especially when you actually start seeing it work in the actual game. In casinos, there are like the automatic shufflers, so if they do have those in a casino, I mean, you might as well not even try. I wouldn't try in a casino either way. Maybe the low key casinos, but I wouldn't try in the major casinos. A lot of dealers, they're pretty good at catching it. You're sitting there making movements with your mouth, really paying attention, not talking, raising your bets all of a sudden, and a bunch of low bets. Just 21's a pretty good movie. If you haven't seen it and you want to know more about counting cards, things like that, watch the movie. It is a good movie. It kind of shows you like how you could act it out and not get caught, but that movie is exactly why they have that, because that movie is based on a team of students from MIT. You can actually learn more about that. Just do some searches. You can go on my blog. I'll probably have an article about that on there soon after this video. But yeah, that's about it. If you have any more questions at all, it's really not hard, and you can definitely ask me. I'll be glad to let you know more about it and explain it more to you. Thanks, and definitely check out my blog. There's something for you guys every day. I will have something new on there, so check it out, and talk to you guys. See ya.